You're weighing up your options.
No, Shirl, no!
Don't.
80 EastEnders characters in search of a summer storyline. Summer is just around the corner in Albert Square, and it's got us thinking about all those EastEnders characters who are crying out for a decent storyline this season. Whether they've been ignored and underused in recent months, or seem to be permanently stuck on the sidelines, this lot aren't getting a slice of the action when they really should be. We've selected 8 guys and girls who we think are more than ready to ramp things up in Albert Square. So here's who we want to see more of on our screens. 1. Shirley Carter. Aside from throwing her weight around in the Vic, we're not really sure what Shirley does anymore. We know that Mick's mother has never been the friendliest of sorts, but less of the bitter and barbed behaviour, please. Shirl has the potential to be so much more than just a dragon lady. Give her a meaty drama to sink her teeth into and she's on fire. Maybe it's time she joined forces with ex-lover Phil. Now theirs was a great partnership. We're not talking them bumping uglies. He's romantically better suited to Sharon, but Shirley would make a handy wing woman for Phil any day of the year. 2. Tina Carter. While we're on the subject of Carters, can someone please tell us where Tina is hiding these days? We've barely seen her since that weird Georgie storyline. WTF was that all about? And we're sorry to say she's at high risk of becoming deadwood in Albert Square. To avoid this fate, we think it's time T's estranged daughters zap hate her mum a long overdue visit, so we can explore their complicated relationship in more detail. Failing that, please just get Tina back together with Sonia. It might be the only way to stop son fawning all over former hubby Martin. Never gonna happen, love. 3. Jay Brown. Jay's flatmates seem to be dropping like flies, first Abby, then Ben. It's an eternal mystery why EastEnders axed him, and now even Donna is about to do the off. What's left for him in Walford, we wonder? Given Jamie Borthwick's considerable acting abilities, we've always felt that Jay was one of the most chronically underused characters in the soap. Could this summer be the time to right that wrong? With no mates to play with, we think Jay is ready to get down to business and become one of E20's big dogs. First stop, reclaiming the car lot. He needs to take a leaf out of Phil's book and show Max who's boss. 4. The Armoured Family. The return of popular Masood, and the arrival of his aunt and uncle, might have put the Armoured Family back in Walford, but they're still very much on the periphery of the action. Mas has morphed into a character seemingly only capable of doing comedy, and while it was amusing to hear about his samosas in the beginning, we're over it now. It's likely we won't be seeing that much of Masood this summer as Nightingale has signed up for a role in a play for a month, but that doesn't mean Arshad and Mariam have to stay in the shadows. Bring in a sassy new teen for the foster parents to take under their wing, and they can also double up as a mate for Louise, Hunter and co. Simples. 5. Tiffany Butcher. When Tiff returned to her old stomping ground last year, we had high hopes that Bianca's mini-me was going to be as much trouble as her mouthy mum. She hasn't let us down, but all of her plots have felt rather rushed, aka the baby Harley Fandango, and we don't think this little ginger nut is being used to her full potential quite yet. Now it's been confirmed she won't be going back to Milton Keynes. We'd like to see more of Tiffany's friendship with Bernie, 'cause the two of them together are brilliant. Also, would the writers get her and Keegan together already? Oh, and keep those little family makeovers coming. She worked wonders on Downtrodden Stace the other night. 6. Keanu Taylor. With a Hollywood name like Keanu, Karen's lad should be one of the biggest stars of the show. Could the next couple of months be his time to shine? We hope so. Ingrid the nanny is gone, so as Sharon saucily suggested, Keanu needs to be taking those abs somewhere he's appreciated. Who's the lucky lady going to be? The shippers seem to think it could be Shatsa herself who is being lined up for some summer love-in with Kinu, after flirting up a storm with him. With her marriage to Phil on rocky ground, who would blame the blonde for getting some action with a fella half her age? We're all for this rumored plot becoming a hot and steamy reality. 7. Honey Mitchell. You okay, hun? No, she's not really, and who can blame her, given the lack of excitement in her life? All attempts to resuscitate her ailing relationship with Billy are currently failing, and EastEnders stupidly missed the opportunity to make her have a fling with sexy Jack. So Honey is stuck in the same place she always is, behind the till in the Minute Mart, watching the world go by. We're hoping that her colleague Kim, who's also on a downer following Vincent's disappearance, can help Honey get her mojo back and vice versa. Let's have these foxy mamas show they don't need men in order to let their hair down and have fun in the sun. 8. Cat Moon. So the cat came home, and what a return it was. But since then, things have gone uncharacteristically quiet for Mrs. Moon. Haley's back on the scene next week, so that should liven things up in the Slater household for a while, but what then? Many fans are calling for Cat to take charge of the Vic once again, although this does seem unlikely given how hard the Carters fought to keep the beloved boozer. However, there's no denying Cat's at her best when she's center stage. Could an emotional reunion with Zoe or Alfie be on the cards, and if so, are we about to finally get an answer about what went on Spain?